Let me provide an example from Ulrika, our innovation ecosystem, which is located on the countryside, and what we have, and some examples of what we are doing. And in this case, I will present this from the heating place which we have in Ulrika, which is relevant for our activities in local context, but also international context. And there we have a heating place which is using wooden chips, and when they are burnt, you have heat produced, and this goes through a syngas exchange to the houses in Ulrika, or some of the houses. And this was started some years ago by a local entrepreneur who actually acquired a commercial system for this heating. So using wooden chips for locally heating some houses. So he bought that one. It was installed. Everything was uh, in one part which was shipped, and they just put it there, sort of, and connected the houses. And when more people connected to the system, then this was too small. So then it was established a new one, and it was built at the location. So parts came and everything was put together in a bigger heating place, and more houses could be connected. But in such way, we could start locally with having a solution for heating, because at that time the oil prices and so on were high, and a part of the future problem, of course. But mainly, this reduced the cost of heating. It was local entrepreneur who came up with this solution and initiated this. And now we are using this context in various ways. How we can present this, that this is a local ecosystem with business people, innovators, and other ones who are active. And we actually have something where we can build and expand these things to make a regional development on the countryside where we are located. So, for example, we have a study where we are learning about a heating place which heats houses, and that is connected with sensors, and you have other things. So it's basically a small version of a digital twin. So a digital twin is when you have a copy of everything in the digital world, and then you can change in the digital world and test things instead of doing it in reality. So there we have a collaboration with the Vinio AB, who has been doing a study in this, and we are trying to learn from that what we could potentially do if we would have a such type of project or activities. So in such way, we can create a larger community exchange than only the heating place and few houses. It can be a smart city context, of course, a small town context, since we're located on the countryside. And then in addition, we're initiating the ashes from this heating place. They are now being ashes and not used for so many things. There are some good ideas and so on. But for example, since we have a research actor in Ulrika, centrally located, so the Institute of Advanced Materials is active, and there we have international collaborations. So then now we can study how to use these ashes for other purposes. So now the properties of the ashes are characterized, and we understand more of it. And then we initiate that maybe here is an application where we can use this resource. And of course, the wooden chips, they're coming from the forest. Forest is important for Sweden. And if we can link how to use the forest and maintain it and all those things related to forest, we are using wooden chips for heating of houses and locally. And then we have digitalization of the town, smart city concept, and so on. And all these things have various research questions which we can address by knowing the needs and things and so on through our research network. So in some way, this becomes a innovation ecosystem in different aspects, and we link the local things with global needs because this type of needs they are also all over the world in various ways, and there are heating needs, research needs, and so on. So in such way, what we have is an initiative from locally where we're doing things from our perspective, what we have and who are active, and so on. And overall, this actually is described as a place based innovation. And what we do, there is countryside development, and we align with the strategies of the region because we know what is important. So then our things actually fit somewhere, and we present this. And overall, also that things and activities they align with the regional development, like smart specialization strategy, which is introduced by the European Commission for Europe to grow. And there they talk about this place based innovation. We have strategies, ideas, everybody should work together, and so on. But things have to start from somewhere, and this is place based. And Ulrika Innovation Ecosystem is one of such place based innovation systems. But centrally here is actually the heating place which created the solution for the people living there, the community, and so on. And in such way, we are now presenting this and we are initiating how can we learn from each other because there are other place-based innovation ecosystem doing things from their perspective, and we can have discussions and exchange and with other ones, and then we create a network and we learn from each other. So this was an introduction into what we have in Ulrika related to practical things locally, heating needs, the town and survival, but also how we can initiate things to other levels just by collaboration and interaction with other ones